Mr. Henry Corrales, how are you, sir?
What's up, Ed? Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining me. You are 14-3 in your professional mixed martial arts journey, and you have a deceptive 2-3 Bellator record. Of course, you had one of the craziest three-run fights that I've ever seen in any promotion anywhere. You come into the Bellator promotion and you take on Daniel Strauss, a former champion. You go on to have a razor-thin split decision with Emmanuel Sanchez, and then you take a short notice fight with former featherweight champion and current lightweight champion Patricio Pitbull Freire. So crazy run to start you off with the promotion. Follow that up with a fight with Cody Bollinger. That was last January in LA. And man, you showed up. You really let your hands go. I remember the third round there. I got to see it live, which was cool. And you just
Nice.
you went just brutal mode with the body shots, and you were just like ripping hooks to the body, like 3-punch hooks, and it was fun to watch, man. And you put the guy away, and he actually retired after that fight. I don't know if you know that, but what was your thoughts about finally getting your first win for the Bellator promotion?
It was cool. First things first, I'm here to fight whoever, whenever. And so, even though I took some L's, it took me back to the drawing board. And to be honest with you, for the most part, I'm having a good fucking time. So, now, with a couple wins under my belt, and that's not really what's such a big deal for me. It's just the progression of the martial artist I'm becoming. I've moved camps. I moved to a different state. And I'm just taking my career a lot more serious now. And yeah, I'm just having a good time, man.
So after that, you went and you fought Noad Lahat, who came in with UFC experience. He reeled off a couple wins inside of the Bellator cage. And, I mean, you let your hands go again. You stuffed his takedowns. The times he did get you down, you didn't let him keep you down very long at all. You were immediate to return to your feet. What was your overall thoughts on your performance out there?
Well, first things first, Noad's super tough, dude. He's a gamer. He was in there for all 3 rounds, even though I was pretty much dominating every minute of the fight. But I was a little disappointed, I'm happy I got the win. I'm happy I got that second check. But at the end of the day, dude, I'm here to finish guys. And, I was a little bummed with myself that I didn't put him away. It seems like it was there, you know what I mean? But again, like I'm saying about that second check, dude, you got to play it a little safe sometimes. So whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it was still an exciting fight. I mean, like you said, Noad Lahat, as tough as they come, he hung in there. It was around, like, I would say the second round, he really kind of, it almost seemed as if you started to break him, and he kind of stopped with his forward pressure and was kind of reacting to what you were doing at that point, up until, like, later on when he was going for broke in the third round. Would you say it was around the second round, round 2 was when you started to break him?
Yeah, where he really started to show it physically, but from the first round, I should have just put it on him a little more, but I'm glad I got the win.
Okay, so now you are headed to Bellator 192 back in LA. You are taking on another veteran in Georgi Karakhanyan, dangerous grappler. We've seen him multiple finishes. Has a pretty decent Bellator record. He's had 11 fights with the promotion. Are you happy with the matchup?
Yeah, big time. I actually kind of predicted this fight was going to happen. We fought in New York on the same card, and for some reason he fought right before me and he won, and then I beat Noad Lahat, and I was like, dude, I was telling my trainer, I was like, watch, we're gonna fight next, and then sure enough I got the call and I was like, yeah,
Yeah, it's a huge fight. I mean, you guys were on the same card in LA also when you fought Bollinger.
Yeah, dude.
So it's almost like you guys were destined to get it in. So how do you think your styles are going to clash with one another out there? What do you think the fight's going to look like?
It's gonna look like a fight, like a real fight. I think we're gonna go out there. We're gonna put it on each other, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah. Now, so in your last fight, you were more than willing, when the opportunity presented itself, to take Lahat to the ground, despite him, that being his bread and butter, despite his credentials in the jiu-jitsu world or whatever. You still took him to the ground when the opportunity showed itself, and you held your own there, did just fine. Same kind of scenario. You got a guy who's an ace on the ground, but this time you're facing someone a higher caliber, someone with a lot more MMA experience. Are you still willing to put yourself in that sort of position?
Yeah, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. If the opportunity comes and if it opens up, and I'll take it. I'm not too concerned with with anything that's coming from his end. You know what I mean? Like I'm super respectful for his skill set, his experience. But when it comes down to it, you know what I mean? All his experience, all his credentials, everything is just bringing out the best in me in this fight camp. You know what I mean? This dude's super high level and he's super legit, and so. And I know that, so I'm training my ass off out here at the MMA lab, getting ready for this guy. And so whatever happens. Let's go.
Now, how is camp going? How is the MMA lab? What is lab life like down there in Arizona?
Oh, it's good, man. We were just talking about it before we started. The weather's beautiful out here. It's like 75 degrees. Everybody on the team is cool. There's a lot of fights coming up, and then people. This is one of those gyms where if you don't even have a fight scheduled, you're just on the mats. These up and coming fighters here, these vets here, everybody's just fucking hungry, and that mentality and that work-like mentality, dude, it really spreads like wildfire on that mats, dude. Everybody's fucking motivated here.
Yeah, and I mean the MMA lab is one of the gyms where you have a lot of guys who are in a lot of elite top level fights constantly, day in and day out. What does that kind of do for someone coming up, someone looking to make a name for themselves, always having someone getting ready for a fight, everyone always peeking all around you?
Yeah, just you are who you hang out with, dude. And there's a lot of people that lead by example there, so it's just there's blueprints already set. You know what I mean? And it's not that you could just show up and follow what everybody else does, but there's something about seeing something with your own eyes that really, it really makes everybody step their game up, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Now, do you have a specific prediction for how you see your fight with Karakhanyan playing out?
Action, pressure, and just a willingness to exchange, fight, and just fun, dude, at the end of the day.
I dig it. Now, before your fight with Bollinger, I had the chance to speak with you, and you said, or I asked you, hey, well, after Bollinger, what would you want next? And without skipping a beat, you looked right over at Emmanuel Sanchez and said, I want to fight him. Is that still the rematch you're hunting for?
Oh, hell yeah. I would love to fight any, I took some L's, and I would love to get vengeance, you know what I mean? I had a... these guys took me to school, dude. They taught me some things in there, and I came back, to the drawing board and training, and I'm just so much better now, dude. And it'd be cool to get back in there with those guys, and they're super cool dudes, and earn some money together and chase these dreams,
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you got any sponsors or people you want to give a special shout out to or a thank you to?
Yeah, there's so many, I got Layrite Pomade, hair product, Help You Save Insurance, Mo's Clothing, SMBG Clothing, Horty Control. Yeah, and there's a couple other ones. You can find everything on at Henry Corrales MMA on Instagram. That's where I'm mostly at.
Awesome. Well, Henry Corrales, thank you so much once again for taking out the time. Georgi Karakhanyan is in your crosshairs, Bellator 192, January 20th. Best of luck to you, sir.
Thanks, Eddie.
So there you have it. Bellator featherweight Henry Corrales set to take on Georgi Karakhanyan at Bellator 192. That's going down on January 20th. Go check that out. In the meantime, you can read me over at bloodyelbow.com. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheEddieMercado. If you like this interview, smash the like button. Subscribe to my channel right there. Subscribe to Bloody Elbow's YouTube channel right here. Check out these interviews over there. Now go be a good person.